Hey all, welcome to Shoutout. This is Raj here. This is um, out of the blue video. I was not planning to do this video. I was just looking at the TradingView platform and looking at the indices, and I thought, why not have a very brief video to exchange ideas with you guys. Please hold on while I get onto the TradingView platform. Here we are in the TradingView platform, and you can see that at present I'm on the Nasdaq QQQ chart, which is in our indicators. So QQQ is down minus 0.80% as of now. And friends, the reason I did this video is because just like we were speculating, we still have this resistance band out here, the new resistance band, and we have bounced off there. So my original thesis was that we'll be bouncing between these two lines, the fluorescent line on the top and fluorescent line on the bottom, until we have the debt ceiling issue sorted out. But it seems that today we have decided that we don't even need to go that much. We're just going to fall off from this resistance. So yesterday we dropped from the resistance. We have dropped down further today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. What remains to be seen is whether the lower bound that I had put here with this fluorescent line is going to be sufficient support, or whether we are going to use the resistance of the previous bear channel as the support of the new bear channel. That remains to be seen. But if you look at the momentum out here, it's careening towards the average. And if we end below average today, then definitely tomorrow morning is going to be a bit painful. MACD is also turning towards the signal line in a bearish manner, even though it's bullish at this point of time. So that's not looking great. And US oil has spurted up, and it's decided to make this diagonal line of resistance from before as a line of support. So we have a red candle out here, and we have a green candle today. And if tomorrow we have one more green candle, then I think it's going to be in a upward direction. And if you look at the formation so far, we have higher lows coming up. So that could form some kind of support for a potential bullish channel. We'll have to wait and watch for the next 2 or 3 days to see whether the direction is taken. And we should not dip down below before the 27th of January. So if we come down before 27th of January, we'll still be back inside this bear channel. If we come down after 27th of January, we may potentially rest on top of this diagonal line of resistance, which will become a diagonal line of support for a new bear channel, or maybe that will give us a support as we go into the bull channel. So that's for the US oil. S&P 500 also has come back into the bear channel context, so it's very well in here. And the next support for it is going to be at 381.55. Russell also is down. Dow Jones is also down. So overall, all of them are down. And if you were to look at the technology influencers of the index, Microsoft is down. Apple continues to move up, but among the 4 of those influencers, Apple was the most beaten up. So I think that it has got a little bit life left in it for a while. Amazon is down 1.89%, and Google is also down. Google is up 2.24%. So it's a mixed story in the index influencers. And the index influencers have to start moving up in order for QQQ to come up altogether. They are the laggards. Out of them, I think Apple and Google are doing their job, but Microsoft and Amazon have not been able to meet the challenge. And now if I was to look at our crypto assets out here, if you look at Bitcoin USD, it's still doing very well. Bitcoin USD has formed a kind of pennant out here, or a flag. It's a bullish sign out here, in my opinion. Because if you have a flag like this, the breakout is going to be on the upside. So we have had overheating of the RSI, so we have come down a little bit. That's how I would interpret it. So we came down a little bit to cool down, and now we are back on the way up. And I think we are going to break through above this diagonal line of resistance that we have here. Sorry, that was the wrong one. This is the one I wanted to highlight. So this resistance will be broken through and will move upwards. That's my call at this point of time. Gold is also going well, pretty well. And now let us look at genomics. And if you look at genomics, almost every one of these are down except for imatics. And imatics, no one generally looks at imatics. Most of the time it's languishing, but today it's doing very well. I don't know why. Maybe there's a trend reversal. Tomorrow we'll find out if it's going to be a morning star. Bluebird continues to fall down. I think that's because we don't have more news about Skysona, and I think all the good news about their selling the priority vouchers and everything has kind of faded away in the background, and people are concerned about the viability of Bluebird overall. So we need to have some news coming from Bluebird for us to see any movement upward for this share. So there is, and also there is another news out here. Bluebird Bio prices stock offering at $6 per share. So on Wednesday they have announced equity dilution, friends. That's the reason why it's going down. There is equity dilution, and they have offered it at $6 per share. So the share prices have fallen below 6. It's at 5.93. So we'll see an overhang of this for a while. But suffice to say that this is going to provide a solid foundation for this share going forward. They have issued the proceeds for 120 million, so that's not very severe dilution. 120 million on top of the 120 they already have is around 240. So they should be doing well going forward. Let us wait for the dilution to work its way through the systems. Caribou Biosciences is also down. It's in a bear channel. And if you look at Allogene, it's also down. It's gone below the last support that it had, and at 6.53. So that now becomes a new resistance. And Fate, of course, is finding its own fate. It's consolidating in a very narrow range. It's down 2.82% today. SQZ Biotech is also down 7.5%. That's a very big drop. So it's not the Morningstar effect is over. I'm going to just delete this. Morningstar is over. It's all gone. We are now back down 3 straight days of declines. Now let us look at Editas. We are down 3.85%, riding the escalator down on the bear channel. Illumina is also down significantly, but I would say it's kind of consolidating. I would hope for it to pick up, but the momentum is also falling, and the MACD is also turning towards the bearish side. Beam Therapeutics is down 5.01%, back safely into the bear channel out here. Then if we go to CRISPR Therapeutics, it's down 5.69%. It has broken through the support of 47.93. So I'm going to mark this as a red, and it's continuing to come down. If you look at PSEB, it's down 5.38%. It was quite strong. I think it'll bounce off the support of 10.37. Verve is again traveling down. It's down 5.96%. Invitae is down 6.40%. So this is going to form the handle for the cup, I believe. So my cup and handle, I'm going to increase the depth of the cup. Yeah, so the cup and handle, we need the handle to form one more down day and then bounce off from this green out here at 2.15. Then we'll look at a target of around 3.30 for Invitae. Intelia is down 7.73%. There is no excuse for this. It's down. Bionano down 7.10%. In MACD is bullish. Momentum is below average. Continuing to travel down, and look at DNA. It's down 9.02% after all the jump that we had, and after all the optimism that I had for it. It's down 1.82%. And I would like to offer a shout out to our subscriber Norbert Sherpak. I hope, Norbert, I have pronounced your name properly, Norbert Sherpak. He says, what about massive sell of stocks by management? Friends, I must confess that in my last video on SQZ Biotech, I had totally forgotten about the fact that huge insider holdings are there, and they are continuously selling their stocks. So I think within a week or so, we'll find out how much of their stock they sold when the share price went up. That's going to be a hangover on this stock going forward. That's what I concluded in my previous video, and that still stands. Thanks, Norbert, for keeping it real and bringing me back to my senses. I was a bit carried away by DNA. So we'll we'll see how they perform going forward. But the momentum has fallen drastically, even though MACD remains bullish. So that brings me to an end of this video segment. I had a little extra time on hand, and I thought, let's do this quick video and send it off. No harm communicating a little extra. I hope you like this video, and if you do, please do not forget to press a like out there. And guys, 65% of our viewers are not subscribers. So I'm wondering what would it take to get you to subscribe? So if you're one of those 65%, put in the comment what is it that prevents you from being a subscriber, and I'll try to work towards making that happen. Or else, if you don't have an excuse, please subscribe. It will help the channel. It will help us get better guests, and we can have very interesting conversation on different topics. And a more informed and prestigious guests will come to us. If our channel has some amount of heft and gravitas, 2,000 doesn't cut it. We are just below 2,000. We need more subscribers. If all the 65% subscribed, we will be very close to around maybe 3,000 subscribers. And that will be a decent size with which I can go and try to get some guests to talk to us. Thanks and have a great day, guys. Bye for now.